fellow classmates. My name is Micheline. This week I chose to do Susan B. Anthony's speech on women's rights to vote. In the U.S., during this time in the 1800s, women had few legal rights and did not have the right to vote. The speech was given by Susan B. Anthony after her arrest and casting a legal vote in the presidential election of 1872. She was tried and then fined $100 by refusing to pay, and this is her speech. Friends and fellow citizens, I stand before you tonight under indictment for the alleged crime of having voted at the last presidential election without having the lawful right to vote. It shall be my work this evening to prove to you that in thus voting, I not only committed no crime, but instead simply exercised my citizen's right guaranteed to me and all American citizens by the national Constitution beyond the power of any state to deny. The preamble of the Federal Constitution states, "We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, do ordain, and establish this Constitution for the United States of America." It was we the people, not we the white male citizens, nor yet we the male citizens, but we the whole people who formed the Union, and we formed it not to give blessings of liberty, but to secure them, not to have half of ourselves and half of our prosperity, but to the whole people, women as well as men. And it is downright mockery to talk to women of their enjoyment of blessings of liberty while they are denied the use of the only means of securing them provided by the Democratic and Republican government, the ballot. For any state to make sex a qualification that must ever result in the disenfranchisement of one entire half of the people, it is to pass a bill of attainder or an ex post facto law, and therefore is a violation of the supreme law by the land. By it is the blessing of liberty are forever withheld from women and their female prosperity. To them this government has no powers derived from the consent of the governed. To them, this government is not a democracy. It is not a republic. It is an odious aristocracy, a hateful oligarchy of sex, the most hateful aristocracy of established on the face of the globe, an oligarchy of wealth, where the rich govern the poor, an oligarchy of learning, where the educated govern the ignorant, or even an oligarchy of race, where the Saxon rules the African, might be endured. But this oligarchy of sex, which makes father, brother, husband, son, the oligarchies over the mother and sisters, the wife and daughters of every household, which ordains all men sovereigns, all women subjects, carry descendants, discord, and a rebellion to every home in the nation. Webster, Worcester, and Boudoir all define a citizen to be a person of the United States, entitled to vote and hold office. The only question left to be settled now is, are women persons? And I hardly believe any of our opponents will have a hardihood to say they are not. Being persons, then, women are citizens. And no state has the right to make any law or to enforce any old law that shall abridge their privileges or emanations. Hence, every discrimination against women in the constitutions and laws of several states today null and void, precisely as every one is against Negroes. By Susan B. Anthony, 1873. Now, it took 5 decades for her tireless work to actually be recognized, and in August of 1920, the 19th Amendment did state that women could vote, and it was ratified that year. So, yay, we got to vote. So, really powerful speech, and I think any woman who's ever taken any kind of history class has probably taken this and read it, and it's a really great speech, and it definitely solidifies every woman to be proud of Susan B. Anthony for her speech and saying what she did. So, enjoy the rest of the speeches. Bye.